Disney movies are known for being family-friendly entertainment, so it's no surprise that these are often the first movies we're introduced to as young children. Yet, there's more than a few savage moments that appear in the Mouse House's sprawling library of films. From Sleeping Beauty to Beauty and the Beast, characters in Disney movies have been sassy, acted like divas, and roasted other characters. Some have even been known to respond to others with a devastating clapback or a sick burn. In this video, we're ranking the best savage moments from Disney animated movies. The Lion King centers around a bevy of singing animals, but that doesn't mean those animals are all cute and cuddly. In fact, many of them are less than impressed with their circumstances or the perspectives of the other animals around them. Many of them use sarcasm and wit to make their points. While Scar may not be king of the Pride Lands, he's often the king of the sarcastic burn, letting his opinion be known to those paying attention. Not that they always are. For example, when his nephew Simba informs Scar that his father showed him the whole kingdom, Scar's reply sums up his feelings.
Oh, goody.
The moment that sits at number 15 in our ranking sees Scar's hyena allies offhandedly dismissing Scar's presence. They don't even realize they've insulted him.
Oh, Scars, just you.
Oh, you were afraid it was somebody important.
After watching their shenanigans, Scar gives as good as he gets with his stinging observation.
I'm surrounded by idiots.
In all fairness, Scar's right. Still, telling the hyenas they're idiots right to their faces? Harsh, Scar. Harsh. In Mulan, the title character takes her ailing father's place in the army by disguising herself as a man. In order to make the ruse work, though, she has to do more than cut her hair. She has to learn to talk and act like a man, too. Fortunately, Mulan has her family's dragon, Mushu, to coach her in the art of looking tough, and he decides to test her on her best battle-ready expressions over a meal. Not surprisingly, Mulan's attempts do not impress, and Mushu has no problem telling her so.
Oh, I think my bunny slippers just ran for cover. Come on!
Clearly, Mushu and Mulan still have some workshopping to do to get Mulan ready for the army. Hercules is full of powerful Greek gods whose actions have an outsized impact. Given the big personalities in the movie, it's no surprise that it has more than one savage moment, like when Hermes takes the opportunity to roast the vain Narcissus.
Fabulous party. You know, I haven't seen this much love in a room since Narcissus discovered himself.
It's a mythological burn at its finest. The moment that makes our list, though, is far more universal. In it, tough girl Megara shows her softer side when telling Hades about Hercules.
This one is different. He's honest and he's sweet.
Please.
He would never.
Like any good girlfriend, or ruler of the underworld in this case, Hades isn't buying it. So he bottom lines it for Meg in a succinct dismissal of the whole male gender.
Anything to hurt me.
He's a guy.
Words to remember, end quote, the next time your friend gets too carried away with their latest crush. In The Hunchback of Notre Dame, Esmeralda could throw down with the best of them, whether the jabs were verbal or physical. When she goes head-to-head with Phoebus inside the cathedral, the shade the pair direct at each other is almost as vicious as the blows. Esmeralda and Phoebus are evenly matched in verbal jousting. When it comes to physical jousting, though, Phoebus doesn't give Esmeralda the credit she's clearly due. Instead, he pays her a backhanded compliment.
You fight almost as well as a man.
It's just like every time someone tells a woman she's good at something for a girl. Esmeralda is unfazed, though, and is ready with an easy clapback that throws Phoebus's words right back in his face.
I was going to say the same thing about you.
This next moment from Beauty and the Beast is still one of the funniest parts of the movie, especially since it speaks to a greater truth. When the Beast realizes he's in love with Belle, he decides he wants to do something special for her, and his servant Cogsworth is there to advise him on the possibilities.
The usual things, flowers, chocolates, promises you don't intend to keep.
Even though it comes from an animated talking clock, Cogsworth has a point about the usual gifts men shower on women. His roast of men's gift-giving tendencies is funny because it's true. That's why the Beast's decision to think outside the usual things and give Belle his library, something she'll truly cherish, is so romantic. In Tangled, Rapunzel is raised by the wicked mother Gothel. Gothel isn't exactly the nurturing type, though. In fact, she mostly appreciates her adopted daughter, who she kidnapped as a baby, for her hair's ability to keep her looking young. That doesn't mean Mother Gothel isn't capable of some savage moments of her own. In one particularly divalicious moment, she takes what starts as a touching exchange with Rapunzel and turns it on its head.
Beautiful young lady. Oh, look, you're here too.
Clearly, Mother Gothel finds her joke hilarious. Rapunzel is more startled by the burn than amused, though. Still, we're siding with Gothel on this one. Aladdin has some great savage moments, including several in which Jasmine stands up to her father about the stream of princes he's trying to marry her off to. She makes it clear she has no desire to be someone's trophy, and makes the men feel bad about treating her like one. There's one instance in particular where she drives her point home to Aladdin about her suitor's attitudes towards her. Aladdin is posing as Prince Ali, and Jasmine believes he values her as a princess more than a person, just like every other prince she's met. And for a moment, Aladdin even gets caught up in what a match with the princess could mean for him, until she brings him back to his senses, that is.
A prince like you, and every other stuffed shirt swaggering peacock I've met.
The savage moment that made our ranking, though, comes from Aladdin himself. It's a succinct burn of a higher-up who makes it clear that Aladdin is meaningless riffraff. With nothing to lose, Aladdin has no problem meeting the man's haughty dismissal with a zinger of his own.
Look at that, Abu! It's not every day you see a horse with two rear ends.
Fight the power, Aladdin. Ariel, the innocent underwater princess with a lovely voice from The Little Mermaid, only wants to be part of Prince Eric's world. However, there's one point in the movie where she's absolutely surprisingly vicious to Crab Sebastian. And in that moment, she shows that even the sweetest seeming characters can still have some bite to them. After Sebastian is sent to look for Ariel, he tells Ariel's father, King Triton, one of her best-kept secrets. She has a secret cavern where she's been hoarding treasures from the human world. Triton destroys her collection, supposedly for her own good. Unfortunately, Triton's act of destruction and Sebastian's betrayal only drive Ariel to seek out the help of the sea witch, Ursula. Sebastian is horrified by the development, but Ariel's made up her mind. She brutally expresses her anger at him and prevents him from running to her father again in one devastating roast.
Go tell my father. You're good at that.
Ouch. Another character who looks innocent but can more than hold her own is Marie from the lesser-known Disney movie The Aristocats. Marie is a tiny white kitty with a pink bow, but she also has two brothers. So when challenged, she's more than ready with a comeback and a sideways glance. This is particularly true when her brother tries to blame her for a fight they've had. Instead of stooping to his level, she points out the flaw in his accusation.
Ladies do not start fights, but they can finish them.
Nuff said. Another character who uses her womanly wiles to put a man in his place is Charlotte from The Princess and the Frog. And like Marie, Charlotte uses the opportunity to educate as well. Poor Travis seems to believe that he has a shot with Charlotte because she puts him off instead of flat rejecting him, yet his continued persistence forces her to make things a whole lot clearer.
When a woman says later, she really means not ever.
Look, she tried to let him down easy. Monsters, Inc. is full of good-natured quips and jokes galore, but there's one scene in particular where Randall attempts to extract information from Mike that shows Mike at his sassy best. And that moment comes in number 5 in our ranking. Randall has Mike in the Scream Extractor and is about to make things very unpleasant for him. Despite that, Mike remains calm. So when Randall flubs his pronunciation of the word cretin, Mike isn't about to let it go.
First of all, it's cretin. If you're gonna threaten me, do it properly.
Let that be a lesson to any would-be bad guys. If you want to be taken seriously, make sure you know how to pronounce all of your words properly. The Emperor's New Groove has savage moments galore. Cusco himself sets the tone. He's full of wry quips that would make anyone flinch. Yet it's the sorceress Isma that has the sickest burn in the movie, and it doubles as a roast and a lesson all at the same time. When Kronk needs to understand irony, Isma is happy to provide a potent illustration.
It's called a cruel irony, like my dependence on you.
Both hilarious and effectively vicious, Isma makes her point, although it's hard to say if the dim-witted Kronk understood any of it. At number 3 is an unexpectedly mature clapback from Toy Story's friendly cowboy, Woody. When Buzz Lightyear is first introduced to the gang in Andy's room, the rest of the toys are understandably impressed. Buzz has a shiny spacesuit and a button with Buzz's voice on it. The others point out that it's kind of like Woody's pull string, but much fancier. Woody is jealous and tries to play down what makes Buzz special. When it becomes clear that Buzz has no idea he's a toy, Woody, already agitated, attempts to spell it out for him, literally.
T-O-Y, toy.
When Buzz still doesn't get it, Woody's annoyance boils over and yields this especially savage moment.
The word I'm searching for, I can't say.
because there's preschool toys.
Wow, Woody, we didn't think you had it in you. Most of the savage moments on our list take the form of quippy one-liners. Every once in a while, though, a character can make their point without saying a single word, and that's the case for this number 2 moment from Brave. In the film, Princess Merida must marry the man who wins a contest of skill. Unlike many Disney princesses, though, Merida hasn't been waiting for her prince to come. In fact, she has absolutely no interest in being tied down in marriage. So after watching 3 firstborn sons vie for her hand in an archery contest, Merida takes matters into her own hands. As the firstborn of her kingdom, she joins the contest to compete for her own hand. Then she hits the bullseye in target after target, putting each of her suitors to shame. In the process, Merida stands up to tradition, asserts her own desires, and shows she's more skilled than any man. Merida's mother and the rest of the kingdom may be scandalized, but it's one of the most enjoyable savage moments in Disney history. The number 1 savage moment on our list is from the movie Sleeping Beauty. Although the movie is called Sleeping Beauty, we all know that the real stars of the film are the evil fairy Maleficent and her good fairy counterparts Flora, Fauna, and Merryweather. Maleficent is one of the best divas Disney's ever created. Almost whenever she talks, insults fly, and she engages in some seriously savage behavior throughout the movie. Especially the whole cursing a child because she wasn't invited to her christening thing. Despite Maleficent's undeniably shady fabulousness, though, it isn't a moment from her that landed in the top spot of our ranking. That honor goes to good fairy Flora. After Maleficent curses the Princess Aurora, the 3 good fairies take her away to live in isolation. They raise and protect Aurora for years, and after a while, Flora and Merryweather seem to have permanently gotten on one another's nerves. So when Flora has Merryweather help her with a dress she's making for Aurora, the quips fly.
It looks awful. That's because it's on you, dear.
Yikes, who said good fairies are good all the time? So there you have it, proof of just how savage some of your favorite Disney characters can be. Which of these moments is your favorite? Are there other savage moments we overlooked that should have made our ranking? Tell us all about it in the comments. And if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to give us a like and subscribe to The Binger. Thanks for watching.